out here at OSW. It is crammed, it is packed for the Black Friday 3-day drift event. So super exciting because we have the Cefiro, and this is gonna be my first time drifting it with the wastegate fix. I fixed the wastegate fire ring. So that's gonna be a game changer. The car makes boost about 1,000 plus RPM earlier. We did have Brent tune it, so it's tuned, it's running way better, but he took a bunch of power out of the cam timing in the low end to keep the car from hitting torque too hard, because low end torque is what kills the K-Series. So we're gonna try it like this, see how it feels with less cam timing, but boost way earlier. And if it's not spicy enough, we can put the cam time back in, but it should be a whole new animal from the last time I drifted it. So I'm super excited to get behind the wheel. So yeah, gonna get ready, we're gonna go drive. All right, we're gonna do a quick lap in, I think we're in B group, to just do a solo lap before we consider jumping into tandem, make sure the car is all good. And really, I just wanna be able to feel out the difference with the wastegate fixed without focusing on tandeming. That'll distract me from how the car feels different. And I gotta see if we should put the cam timing back in or not. I'm real curious because again, we took cam timing out, which took power down, low out, torque down, low out, but the turbo spool is way faster. So will it be less responsive, more responsive? Will it feel slower, sluggisher? Will it feel still way peppier? Oh my gosh, it's so responsive now. Like third gear, I can just let out of the gas completely and get back in it, and it'll just spool right back up. That was like intentionally bogging it down. All right, me and Adam are finally gonna tandem in the 4 doors. I'm a little nervous to tandem this car just because the power steering can be a little wonky on transition, but we should be all right. Just take it easy. But it makes so much more torque now, so it should be gnarly. My car might be a little slow. I've never tandemed it.
Okay, so I'll leave a gap.
Okay. I'm probably gonna be slow compared to them. Probably got all the grip. I got not all the grip in my car. Electric power steering does not work well when you're trying to do corrections. It was like, it was terrible.
I'm like as fast as you though.
Yeah?
They're fast as
okay, I'll stay ahead of you if you want. Yeah, or you want to go now? I'll go behind you. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that definitely is gonna need to get fixed, man. I think maybe if I turn my lights off, it'll be a little better. It's like the voltage drops. You can see the voltage, 13.4 drops down to 12.9. Yeah, see, it's like when I try to saw at it. That's been my one gripe with the way this car drifts. If it wasn't a street car, I would honestly just go manual steering. Like I would run the manual steering for drifting. But with the hydraulic pump on there and all the fluid, it makes it way heavier than if I took all the fluid out of the rack and depowered the rack. So I don't know if it's feasible to just like turn it off for now and try it, but it's rough. You know, I said I wasn't gonna tandem this car, but you can only go so far solo driving something. After you've used to tandeming and competing, it's hard to just go solo. I like driving this car by myself, like it's still fun to me, but I think I'm gonna have to accept that it's gonna get tandemed and beat up. It's not like it's a super nice car anyway. Okay. All right. Oh, tandeming this car just brought it to a whole new light. Like it's a new, oh my gosh. Dude, this thing with the freaking boost fixed makes all the torque. Like I didn't have to clutch kick once, and that was tandeming. This motor in a lighter car. This car is only 2,700 pounds, but like this car stripped out with the power steering fixed, maybe a little more boost would be a monster at clutch kickers. I'd love to compete in this car around, but it's, you know, it's a full street car. We got HVAC, turn the heat on. What?
Chair, the seat is terrible.
Yeah. I should just get a fake bride for that side. One of the ride-alongs, that ride-along day, the dude just like flew into me.
Oh really?
You can feel it. Like grab the wheel and turn it left and right.
Oh yeah.
You see
like
what I
that
mean?
initial like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like when you're in drift and you go to quickly
it
like.
feels like a quick bind, like it
Yeah.
binds, but it's not.
Yeah, it's just the power steering. See, the steering got sketchy on that back transition.
Dude,
You feel it?
It's gotta be faster, dude. I'm like flying out of my seat. That felt good. That one felt real good.
Tried to let off for the water, and then the water didn't come. All right, we're going out on the bank, or well, we're going out on the oval. We're gonna do the infield first. Maybe we'll do the bank, I don't know. But it'll be our first time on the oval with this car. Excited to see how it goes. Car's feeling saucy. This might be when we break it. I hope not. Feels pretty good. It's fine, the seat. Spray it, spray it. Here, give it to me. I'll do it.
Here, come on. Fire on the oval, please. On the back.
I just said it might be when it blows up. I heard a noise too.
Was it the motor?
Yeah, it had to be.
Pop the hood real quick. It's like burning out of the exhaust.
The front. No. Hey, it's on here. Hold on.
Where?
It's fine. You're a daylight dollar short now.
Hey, settle down.
That's good, that's good. I don't want to spray this shit. We'll check, but use that one in case.
Where?
It's on the ground.
Right here. Through the front grill, through the bumper.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I got it.
In the center.
It was just a tiny piece of something.
Should be center of the engine.
It's good, it's good.
Well, if she didn't like that. I've never pushed the car that hard. I think now that it makes all that low end torque, we try to take torque out of it by taking the cam timing out, but the turbo is so responsive now, making all the torque. I've never catastrophically blown up a motor like that.
Now you have. And now you probably just shut the oval track down for
Yeah,
the
for the
rest
rest of the night. So
Why?
You see everybody else.
of the night. I gotta clean this up and it's gonna take a bit.
Damn, I'm sorry.
No, you're good because
At least it was already the end of the night.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I already have to
Dude, that was wild. Just like,
That was a pretty big fire.
it was flames everywhere.
This is the worst video I've ever recorded. Oh my god! Someone help!
Everyone was freaking out, and I was like,
Dude, I hate every time there's a fire. Fire! Fire! I'm like, dude, relax. I got it. I see. The car's on fire. I'll figure it
it's
out.
gonna blow up.
Oh, like, I can't see the shit's on fire. Dude, it's a good thing I have a big ass fire extinguisher.
I was gonna go grab mine, but it's not. Mine wasn't big enough.
Damn, that was a waste of a.
Still good.
Do you have the pin? Yeah.
as quick as possible. Hey Taylor,
Yeah.
let's roll the car back
Okay.
as straight as possible and stop like right at the edge of the bank.
Well, that is not unexpected, but is disappointing. I've been talking about wanting to do a rods pistons combo in this because I've been stock bottom end and they hate torque, and I have a very small turbo that now spools very fast and makes a lot of low end torque. And it was definitely a recipe for disaster. I knew it was coming. I didn't think it would come on something like this. I thought it would happen on like the skid pad, like getting on and off the throttle. I did hear a little bit of a noise as I drove around there. Yeah, man, it was happy 1 second, dead the next. So yeah, I mean, the rods pistons setup's gonna come sooner rather than later, I guess. I guess we'll have to freaking drive the Miata now. Sorry, Tommy.
That's what I'm here for.
I was literally thinking about it when I pulled out here. I was like, I hope I don't oil down the track. So much for that.
I'm glad that you are competent on a racetrack and stopped and didn't let the car roll back or whatever.
Yeah, I tried to
That would've
contain
made
it.
a huge mess. This, I'm
I should have pulled over here, but I was just like, oh, they probably have a fire extinguisher up there.
You didn't know what happened. But
Well, I knew it was on fire.
well, yeah, I know. But
Oh, I knew there was going to be oil everywhere.
Like that.
I was just in my head. I was like, I need to get this fire out.
Yeah, but I'm glad it was only a little spot. It's already cleaned up. I got the blower. I'm gonna get it out of the way and keep on.
Drag my sorry ass off the track.
Yep, and then now you definitely, good thing you're judging and not driving King of OSW.
Ha! That's a good point.
So,
I planned this.
I mean, maybe I planned this.
True. Tommy took my freaking oil drain out so my motor blow up. All right, well, yeah, we'll get this thing home and try to look at it better. See if we can figure out what went wrong. I'm really hoping there's a data log, but I didn't clear the logs from the tuning session, so I kind of doubt there's a data log. And I got to figure out how to clean all this up. If you have any tips on how to clean fire extinguisher stuff up, there's a lot of it, so we're gonna have to do that. How did you clean the fire stuff? I need to talk to you about that. Okay. Okay. No, it's fine. Oh, you have a video? Yeah, I need that. Holy sh! Can you spin that to me? I need that. Can we push this into that little spot? Alright, King of OSW's happening. I normally drive this.
Now he's judging.
I'm judging. We are judging.
We're judging.
We are judging.
They have no chance.
I just, I don't know. I didn't feel like doing it. I like the idea of like someone else trying to win it and like a young local guy getting it. Like it would get them really hyped. And plus, I brought the Cefiro. I don't want to wreck it. I'm sure I got my own selfish reasons, but that's my own selfish reasons.
Drivers that are driving.
Cool thing is Tommy's doing it like drag racing stuff, so they're gonna chip draw for their battles, which is exciting. Makes the drag racing wannabe and me hyped. Christian won. A lot of good battles. Overall, it's tough to be a judge. A lot of good battles. But Christian, that was a lot of aggression. I mean, he was going for broke. All right, well, this is what the aftermath looks like. Oh, that got like, dang, those got like cooked. No, I think that'll clean off. Yeah, that'll clean off. It's all just soot. But, whoo, a lot of soot. Big fireball at the back, and then obviously the fire in the front. So, for what I understand, we need to clean this stuff off ASAP. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna get this thing off the trailer and try to clean as much of this up as we can. Shulman had the same thing happen to his car at Clutch Kickers, and he told me getting it off early was crucial. I'm gonna pull the truck up, let's get his car off the trailer, and see if we can't get her cleaned up. All right, well, we got this thing unloaded. It's time to try to get it cleaned up. Preliminary damage check, not too bad. None of the main wires are too crispy. I have this Holley fire-resistant sleeve, and anything that's on seems fine. Not really crunchy. That one a little bit, but I think that might have saved most of our wiring, but again, we'll have to see till we dig in. This is kind of crunchy over here. The wiring for the brake master cylinder. Yeah, that's pretty much melted right through. A little bit of crunchy wiring here to the oil pressure sensor, boost control solenoid. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's mainly an engine. This is why I did, once we got the boost working, I really was like, as soon as I have some time, I want to put a rods, pistons, bottom end in this thing so that I can prevent this from happening before it happens. Because like, it's not just about losing the motor, it makes a mess. So I did pull the data logs off the computer, and unfortunately they were full before that run happened. So not really sure what happened. I'm hoping I can see the gauges on my video, like from my helmet cam. The pretty obvious guess is just clearly what I've been talking about, that low end torque killing it. because, you know, just 2 weeks ago, I beat the living snot out of this thing. Sitting on limiter, shooting flames, it didn't care. First event with it making torque down low with the boost stuff fixed, with the wastegate fixed, it pops. So, I mean, that's what I'm leaning towards. You know, I was worried that this would happen, and it happened exactly like I thought it might happen. But it's important in these situations to not rule anything out, because if I just assume that's the case, throw a built bottom end in here, take off thinking everything's fine, and it's something else, then I'll just blow that one up too. So we need to do our due diligence. One other thing that could potentially be a suspect is this intercooler pipe was pushed partially out, and this clamp was a little loose. And I noticed that before I went out on the oval, pushed it back in, tightened it up. So I think that's been like that for a while, and then I tuned the boost ramp with it like that. Now, whether that caused a leak or a significant leak, I don't know, but if it did, you know, it could have been one of those situations where we fixed that and then we were making like 20 pounds of boost. You know, I don't know yet. I haven't dug in. I literally just got it off the trailer. Haven't watched the video, the helmet cam. So we'll have to go through all that. Hopefully we can figure out some answers and then dig into this thing. But hey, I mean, it's one of those things that was going to happen either way. I was going to put a built bottom end in this thing. It's just we got to do it sooner than later. And I mean, I've already got a lot of the other stuff. I've got the QuickTime bell housing. I've got the T56. I just need to get the clutch and get a drive shaft made, and we can put that in. That's a big thing I wanted to do. So she'll come back better than ever. The big question mark is if we put a bigger turbo on it or not. I mean, this turbo spools like instantly now, which I like, but I'm worried that I'm choking out the engine up top. So we got some decisions to make. But first and foremost, we need to get this mess cleaned up before it doesn't want to come off. So I'm going to get the pressure washer. I'm gonna get to cleaning. All right, well, we got this thing pretty cleaned up, all things considered. I mean, it needed a bath in general, but obviously after that, it really needed a bath. But it really doesn't look that bad. The rear definitely took some damage from all the flames, that massive fireball from underneath. It cooked the taillights. Well, this one's okay. It cooked these ones pretty bad. I couldn't get it all off the bumper, but for the most part, it held together fine. Just some taillights. As far as the aesthetic front, the hood's okay. It's a little crunchy, but it'll be fine with some paint. And the engine bay cleaned up pretty well. The valve cover definitely took the brunt of the ugliness. It's never gonna look the same. But other than that, I mean, I guess we got some residual, but it cleaned up better than I thought it would. Really not too bad, not too bad. So we'll have to dig in and see, you know, what all is, you know, what all died, what all is alive, more or less. Is this wastegate line still alive? That wastegate line's still alive. Like, couldn't have been that bad. Like I said, these wires are a little crunchy. I'll have to fix that. Of course, I didn't loom that part with the fire sleeving, but everywhere I had this Holly fire sleeving, like, this stuff's perfectly in shape. Like, even back here, back there, back here. So I don't know if you can see, if you look down between the runners, the exhaust runners, you can see the hole in the block, but it's kind of hard to see from up here. I'll have to show you when I get the engine out. But what we're gonna do, park this thing for a bit, give it a break. It has been, it's treated us well. And order the parts we need for it, order the stuff, get all the stuff together, and we'll do a refresh on it. I mean, that was always the plan, was finish the car, work out the bugs. Once that was all said and done, pull the engine back out, paint the bay, paint the car, boom, boom, boom. So we have everything figured out. We're gonna do a built bottom end. Might change the oil system up. I don't know, might go bigger turbo. I don't know, there's some question marks. I've got what I wanna do bodywork wise figured out. I'm gonna get that order. We got different wheels coming. So we'll get all of that done. It'll be kind of V2 for this thing, which was planned. As I said, it was planned. It's not like it's like, wow, you're already rebuilding the car. No, I mean, I planned to do it this way. So we know what the end game is for the car now that we've driven it a bunch. And again, that was kind of the plan. Drive it, see what I think, see what it's like, you know, before we jump down the rabbit hole too far. So I'm really happy with this car. I absolutely love this car. If I can get the vibration to go away, get it to drive a little better without the vibration, not worry about it blowing up from torque, it'll be my favorite car I've ever had. So anyway, I know I'm jibber jabbering on. I'm gonna push this thing back in the shop, and we're gonna move on to other projects. We gotta finish the turbo truck. I want to order parts for the 8086 so that I can get that thing like drift ready, so we can drift it while we're waiting on stuff for this. Because we don't have a ton of time to work on either of them really with the vet build, so it's gonna be a juggling act. But either way, I'm gonna get stuff in. I don't want this thing sitting for long. I love this car, and it's just kind of, you know, reaching its final form, and it's just getting better every time, and I can't let her sit. So we'll get her fixed up, get the parts ordered, and we'll go party. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, sign off here. My throat is sore from talking so much. I've been losing my voice all weekend. Absolutely awesome weekend. Bummer ender, but you know, it wasn't unexpected. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you next time, I hope. Okay, bye.